Hey, this is Life with Shauna here back with another video. Like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. This video is part 3 and 4 of She Hated Me My Whole Life. Let's watch the video.
Okay, this is part 3. So first of all, I just want to say thank you to everybody that made comments and told me that they had similar situations going on. Like, I really appreciate it. It's like really awkward for me to tell this because like I don't really do story times. I'm like really new to this, and I feel like I just been like awkward and all over the place or whatever, but it's not stopping me from telling the story. But thank you all for the comments and everything. So this is part 3, and I just want to say first that we are finishing this story today. Like today. Because I just really want to be done with it. But what I am going to do, this is going to be part 3. This is the fight, the confrontation, whatever you want to call it. And the next thing is where we currently are now. And the third thing is going to be like how I actually know 100% that this bitch hates me. So anyway, let's get started. So I left off with her, my niece talking about something, she was going to beat my ass. So I'm like, beat my ass? I just had surgery. You pregnant. And as far as I'm concerned, we didn't have no issues because when a week before I had talked to her, I texted her and, told her that I knew and that if she needed me or needed to talk, that I would be there for her. And she's like, oh yeah, Remy, I love you. Thank you. So I'm thinking we cool. So where has this been wanting to beat my ass coming from? So obviously she's fake as fuck and smiles in my face too and has hate that's been passed down for no reason. It's literally before this not even a reason, but it would be, what has she been waiting to beat my ass for? So anyway, oh yeah, and literally like this girl, when my sister had her, I literally was in the delivery room with my sister, like right at my sister's leg. Like I literally watched this little girl come out. And also I named her. My sister, all she did was change the spelling of the name. And also my nephew, I named him as well. And when she was pregnant with him, she had gotten really, really depressed. And she wanted to do something to herself and she wanted to get rid of him, if you know what I mean. And I'm telling you, like I talked her through that. I told her, no, she can't do that. Like I was really, really there for her. And she basically thanked me some years later and told me that thanks for getting her through that, because if I hadn't, like, literally her son wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for me. But anyway, yeah, let's get to the drama, the drama. Okay, so I'm back at home at this point. I'm at my childhood home, and there is a barbecue this day. This was like, I think around the 4th of July or something, somewhere around that time. My dad had a barbecue on his side of the family that I wasn't invited to. And my mother didn't want to go either. So me and my mother decided that we was going to get dinner and like talk and spend our day together while my dad was out of the house. So we doing that. And I go back into in my childhood room. And next thing I know, I hear the front door open. So, and guess who it was? My niece, my sister, and my younger nephew. So I'm telling y'all, literally, this day, I was trying my best to be the bigger person. Everybody likes to say that I started this, but I literally went outside past them because I didn't even want to hear their voice. I didn't even want their voices to provoke me. So I went to go sit outside on the porch. So next thing I know, they're leaving. And my sister comes out first. And she walked by me. She didn't say nothing, like she knew better to. But she did this like sarcastic ass, like skip past me, like to her car like this. And mind you, she got the flattest ass that I've ever seen in this world, like literally no shape at all, and talking about my body and how I look. But I'm like, girl, get out of here, you look weird as fuck. So then my nephew comes out and he don't say nothing. So the only person that haven't came out yet is my niece. So then my niece walks out and I'm like, is it on site? And she's like, oh, Remy, I'm pregnant. I'm like, no, like, you don't say no shit. Like, next thing I know, really, they're all in my face. Like, mind you, I'm 5'3". My sister is tall like Bigfoot, almost, and my nephew was taller and my niece is tall. They're all taller than me. So they like all in my face, like yelling and, like saying all this crazy shit, talking to some, you bum, you had to go back home. You ain't got shit. Nobody, the Crystal didn't even love you. Like my older sister that passed away, like they were saying that. She like, you ugly on the inside and outside. I always hated you and all. I'm like, okay, the truth came out. So all I'm saying is like, they're like all in my face. And I'm like, nobody better not fucking touch me. That's all I kept saying. I kept saying that. I'm like, nobody better not fucking touch me. Nobody better not fucking touch me. And because I beat my sister up before one time and I had to go to jail. So I've already beaten her up. So I'm like, I know that y'all don't both want it. And they didn't see me beat a few people up. So like, they all know that I can fight. So I'm like, I just dare one of these bitches to fucking touch me because that would give me the right to protect myself. If you hit me first, then it's on. But so I was waiting for one of them to touch me, Nobody ever did, obviously. But my sister goes and walks to the car. My brother was holding me back because he thought that I was really going to fight her. But like I said, I would never have fought her if she hadn't hit me first. She did not touch me. But I was never having no intentions to fight her. Just like I said, when somebody said it is on site, that's a threat. She threatened me and came to where she knew where I was at. So that's not my fault. So I did actually, I said, you know, is it on site? They get in the car, they throwing shit at me. Like, she threw a water bottle, and of course she missed. It didn't hit me. She threw her cheap ass shoes off at me. My sister yelling out the window, and I threw my niece's cheap ass shoe, and it landed right on the back of my sister's window, and I didn't even miss either. So they like yelling out the window, and so yeah, we about to call the police. We about to call the police. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Call the police. You came to where I am, and you threatened me. Like, but literally, they went to the fucking police with their dumb ass. So I'm like, okay, call the police, because I know a lot of cops, and I know a lot of lawyers, especially, and I know a lot of cops in my hometown where I grew up at. So I'm like, if you call the cops, I'm most likely gonna know which cop it is. So I'm like, whatever. And it's like, you're so dumb to go down there. You're the one who caused the shit. Ooh, I'm starting to get pissed off bringing this stuff up again. I'm telling you. Whew. Okay, so my sister, she drives off. She drives back around the corner and is speeding, trying to run me over. And I'm like, okay, my mom is at the door. My mom is at the front door. She yelling and screaming and shit. Like, and mind you, where my parents live at is like a Jewish community. So that's the house that I was born at. Like, so from that time on to this time, there is not nobody black on that street but my parents. And so you can imagine, like, it's a Jewish community. Everybody was standing outside. It made a huge ass scene. Everybody was looking. It was ghetto. It was ghetto as fuck. And I know they probably thought, oh, they're crazy as hell. So, yeah. So after that, you know, it caused a scene. It was horrible. She obviously didn't run me over, but I'm like, and she about to go down to the police, and she almost just tried to run me over. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So I'm so fucking heated. Like, I got high blood pressure. I'm like, oh shit, You know, so I'm like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. Like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. Like, I don't even want to be here right now. So, I go out for a little bit or whatever, and when I come back home, like, all my family is mad at me, saying that this is my fault and that I caused this. And, literally, like the time that I was there, like, I just was like, damn, you know, I gotta sack up. I gotta get my own place again. I gotta get the hell out of here. Like, I cannot be here, because they blamed me for this. And it's like, I didn't even, tell the police. Oh, I forgot where I left the part out where I talked to the police. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'll be right back.
Girl, toxic sister, I tell you that much. She very toxic and brings everybody with her. That's crazy. I'm happy you were able to see through that. But let's watch part 5. I think it's part 4. Part 4. All right, let's watch it.
So, next thing I know, the police are knocking at the front door. And my mom's like, you better get out here. So I go outside. I talked to the cop. I knew the cop that it was. And they was just like, basically, it ain't nothing we can do. She came to where you are staying at. And she had said previously that it's on site. He was like, so it's, you know, it really ain't nothing we can do. Then a girl cop came, and I didn't know her, and she was saying that basically that they were at the police station, and they're talking about they scared of me and I threatened them, and like, I mean, the complete opposite. And I wasn't even going to tell the police. I never told them that she came back trying to run me over, and they're at the police station saying that they scared of me and all of this stuff. So, but it didn't go nowhere, because they literally are, it didn't go nowhere, of course. But they did tell me, he was like, well, you know, you could file a restraining order on her, and you could come make a police report. But I'm like, whatever. I never did it. And so later that night, I'm thinking it's over, and then I start getting all of these texts, you know, and it's like some texts from my younger nephew, and he like, yeah, you was scared of us. You was scared of us. You wasn't gonna. I'm like, y'all literally was in my face and didn't touch me, so they not even done. You know, they just said some crazy shit. And then my niece started texting me. Now, this is where the defamation, and the thing that I'm really hurt about most is that my sister is a so-called nurse, right? Just like, I studied the law in criminal justice, but I'm not a cop, but I know the law. This bitch is supposed to be in healthcare field, and my surgery was due to fibroids. Now, any woman can get those, and everybody knows that, especially coming from another woman, you know, but basically what they are saying is, they saying that my surgery was caused by having abortions. And that's like what really hurts me the most, and that's why that's defamation. The defamation is a false claim that can be proven to be false, obviously by my health records, and it can be directly or indirectly, written or verbal. So verbally, written, and I have it all. Now that literally can really ruin my reputation, but I don't even give a fuck about that. Like, what hurts me the most is, we might have to do a surgery story time, but I've dealt with this for a long time, and when I was really young, my sister knew about all of this, you know, like, she knew the issues that I was having, and to now start saying that it's because of that is so fucking ignorant. It makes me so fucking angry. Because she sat with me at surgery. She sat with me the whole time at surgery. I was going to the doctor almost every fucking month. And every time I would tell her, ooh, give me an update. I'm praying for you. Really? You praying for me? But now you're saying that my surgery was caused by something fucking else. So now I have a lawyer. I told him all of this stuff. And he was like, oh, you know what? I'm going to have to help you pro bono because of this. This is crazy. So he's doing it for free. He felt like this was so crazy and it's not something that a sister would do. She literally sat up there with me in my surgery. And at that time during my surgery, they had a rule that only one person could come back there with me. So it was my mom, my dad, my sister, and my cousin was all there with me when I had my surgery. I've been under anesthesia before, but I'm like, no, I'm not gonna go under anesthesia if I haven't seen my sister. They're like, well, only one person can come back there. So literally, this bitch really literally sat there the whole time I'm about to go under surgery, laughing and talking with the nurses and shit, laughing and talking with me. And this is what the fuck she says. And she know damn well that ain't fucking true. And so we like rotate. My mom is coming in. She's coming back. But she stayed back there with me the most. And now she's telling people and have been telling people that my surgery was caused by having abortions. That don't even make sense. You guys know, like, if any women is in here that fibroids, nothing you can do to cause them. And even my doctor, reassured me and was like, there's nothing that you could have done to have caused this, And, oh, yeah, I'm sorry. So the next fucking lying thing that she is saying is that she's telling people that I'm an alcoholic. Now, my sister introduced me to alcohol at a very young age. I was like 10. And me and her are 5 years apart, so she was like 15. And I admit that I had gotten in trouble with alcohol before. And I mean, I'm not ashamed of it because it was 9 years ago. It was literally 9 years ago. I have not been in trouble in 9 years. But she still goes around and tells people like, oh yeah, all she do is keep getting in trouble for alcohol. She keep going to jail. I'm like, what is she talking about? It's proven that that's not true. So that's another defamation right there. Like, she's trying to ruin my reputation and say that like I'm just like this criminal drunk or whatever. And I've literally took responsibility for my actions when I got in trouble. And I haven't been in trouble since. It's been 9 years. But hold on one second. And I don't have an addictive personality. I can let any fucking thing go, just like I let these fake ass fucking family members go. I ain't attached to shit, So, and yeah, I've really, really, I do forgive her. I really do. But she is not somebody that like, that's hate. All of that she is doing is hate, to sit with me through the hardest time of surgery and lying, saying that my surgery was caused by something else. And I'm telling you, I know a lot of things about her, and I ain't never even said those things. I don't even know if I was saying, but she has been a bad influence on me ever since we was young. She got me into trouble doing all types of stuff. And they talking up. So yeah, so then my niece, a friend of mine, went and said, hey, you know what? Your niece is talking about you on Facebook. And I'm like, okay, because I got them blocked, so I can't see what the fuck they do. And so she literally wrote something about when she was talking to another nephew of mine, saying that I'm retarded and I tried to fight her and all of this, just making up lies. And that's not what happened. That is not how the situation went. She threatened me and knew where I was and came and expect me to not say nothing because she's pregnant. That is manipulation. And like, when somebody's going through like a hard time, I always put myself in another person's situation. Like at that time, it was a really hard time for me that I literally show people grace when stuff like that. Like, they could be, if they're going through a hard time, I literally would be like, look, if everything is already fucking bad for her. So I ain't even, it's like they did it at a time where I was already back at home feeling like shit, and I don't got low self-esteem, but really all of the stuff that they were saying, it was really kind of like getting to me. So that's emotional distress that, that it really caused. And now I'm like, I'm so distrusting of people that like, but it's a good thing because I look at the signs where I'm like, when I see any type of signs, like some weird ass shit, like, I don't got no tolerance for any type of bullshit. But it also stops me from meeting new people because I just, if you can't trust your family, I mean, it's hard for me to trust other people. I'm sorry, I feel like this story has been all over the place and I'm just kind of gotten upset, but I'm still going to finish it. It's like, I'm running out of time and I think this is part 4. But so, the next part will be the final part.
I'm happy you're able to walk away from this situation. I know it still bothers you, but it's better to just, keep it pushing, keep away from her and her part of the family that supposedly doesn't like you. but you still have your mom and your dad and your cousin. If this has happened to someone, comment below. Would love to hear your story. There are more videos are on the way. This is Life with Sean Renee, and I'm out. Bye.